Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chip and we're back with a video. I was going to get this video out last week, but my eye's been playing up like crazy. Really twitchy and strange, and I've been trying to keep away from screens and caffeine and basically anything that I enjoy doing to make it better, but it's been 6 days and we've still got some weird eye twitchy stuff going on, so yeah, not great, but anyway. Looks like the market's rebounded a little bit. We've got Bitcoin above 18 grand at the minute, and ETH sat around 1400, and BNB 283, 284. So that's kind of held drip steady on the native DEX as well. It's paired with BNB. Still slowly going down on the PancakeSwap DEX because we've not hit that under 10% range from the main price, but we're hanging in there pre-utility. We're still above the low over here. So, eyeballs will be on those zones. If we go under that kind of region, we may head down more. Pigs had a big sell-off after the 100k injection, so obviously people wanted a bigger injection, but that's a better opportunity for some other people who've got in at these zones before. You can see around 87, 88, it's always kind of picked up. And dogs is around 28 bucks still, slightly up because BNB's had a bit of a rally, which is good to see. And Breep as well. I got my Breep tokens. I got 2 Breep tokens in my wallet, which is already starting to pay dividends because what is it? I got my first referral, and I know exactly who you are, so thank you very much. And I've helped this guy get into DeFi basically, so I'm glad that this guy's on my team. Just with a small position. I mean, I've always been very careful to try and emphasize the risk because we are in DeFi and we've got a dev that's not going to rug pull or any of that kind of stuff. But there's the difference between rug pulls and prices going up and down and all that kind of stuff. So if you're going to any of those rug pulls from the last 24 hours, Circulate and Alpha, whatever it's called, I do feel for those people too. But it's a very, very risky space. So if you know the dev, then at least we know Forex will never rug. He's not that kind of person. He doesn't need to rug. He's got plenty of money. Anyway, on to today's video. So yeah, we hit 200 on this account, and also we got a referral. So real pleased with that. That's 1.3 drip that my brief investment has already got me, which will be compounded into this and make me a little bit more drip every day. Yeah, so today's video is really on this liquid drip. Oh my goodness, it's been bugging me for some time, and I just really don't understand it. Where can I see the dripping in the wallet graph? Here we go, it's there. Don't know why I didn't see that before. Absolutely blind. Right, so this is the drip that people have it just in the wallets, and you can see when drip was born, people quickly got drip and started to put it into the faucet, which is the whole point. Some people did held, but you can see it was really low for a long time, like under 60,000 drip, like last summer. Came up a little bit when we had the the momentum site for drip. There was Forex doing the AMAs on YouTube channels and the Safe Moon community and all that kind of stuff, and we started to get some momentum for drip. But still, a lot of people got in around here, and we still had a very low amount of drip in wallets. And then for reasons I don't know, people just start to hold. And some of this will be like wallets that have been scammed or people have lost seed phrases and all that kind of stuff. But look as it just goes up over time. And we start to mint around the June time. And at the point when we started minting, you had 500,000 drip in wallets. And that drip could have been in faucets or been staked somewhere where that would have been a taxable event, which would have fed the tax fall and if you had all that in faucets, you'd have had 500,000 go back into the tax vault, meaning we'd still be at 1 million tokens, or a lot less tokens, maybe not a million. But that would have really helped the price, because when you start to mint, people start to panic, right? It's just how it is, because inflation and this kind of stuff, people start to think bad. But for whatever reason, people have just been holding on. We hit 1 million in wallets for bizarre to me, by the way, in September, and it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. And then at this point here, we start. I think there's a bit of a thing going around on Instagram, on Telegram. Dripping wallets is not good and all that kind of stuff, which it's not harmful to the price because it's not being sold, but it's harmful because in the event that there's no taxes being put into the tax vault, the tokenomics aren't working as well as they should, in my opinion, if you've just got drips sat in wallets. So I don't know what these people are waiting for, because a lot of these people were in here and they've missed chances and chances to sell at higher prices. So now what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for $1, $2, $3? You could have sold at 10. You could have sold at 15. You could have sold at 20. What are you doing? Anyway, it looks like we had a bit of a drop off, people getting the message, and then again lately, people are stacking it in wallets again. Now, I don't understand it. I mean, are they waiting for like a layer 2 so they can just deposit all that into and win a prize? Or is Forex going to outsmart them and decide, you know what, no, you need to buy fresh drip to be eligible for these detonator like lottery prizes that might be coming with a layer 2? If layer 2 is the same as before, because I did see Ray's video where layer 2 might look a bit different now. So are these people just going to get wrecked even more? Because they could have been at least earning 1% a day on their drip to get more drip over time, rather than just holding in the wallet. Pair it or sell it. Just don't leave it in your wallet. So what we're going to look at today is we have two places that are really good for your drip right now. If you've got a maxed wallet, you could sell half and pair it with BUSD and put it into the animal farm and earn a yield, earn dogs. Or you could sell and put it into the reservoir. So I thought it would be interesting to look at those two options for all this liquid drip. We might take 90% of it and assume 10% of it is just done in dead wallets or lost keys. So we'll take this liquid drip and we'll do some figures and run what the price would be if all that liquid drip went into the reservoir or into the drip BUSD farm. So this is going to be a sell pressure, but is it? It's not going to be a sell pressure in terms of liquidity coming out, because if you sell all your BNB, your drip, sorry, and put it into the reservoir, you're taking the BNB out and you're putting it back in. So all you're doing is adding to the circulating supply, which again, it's price negative, but is it as negative as just dumping it all? And we're going to do the same on the pancake swap side, because half of that does buy back drip. So we'll start with the reservoir stuff, and I think this is going to be really interesting because I've not done the simulation yet. What I have done is I've used this calculator that Ricky P puts in the reservoir group, and now as of about 15 minutes ago, I put these numbers in from what the native DEX price is. Okay, so what we're going to figure out is what the drip price will be if 90% of that liquid drip sells and then puts their BNB into the reservoir, because at least they'll be earning a yield on their drip then, if they don't want to put it back into the faucet, which would be the best, for the protocol in the short term. But I do feel like that liquid drip is just a big storm cloud, and people look at it and think, oh god, that's going to kill every single pump, right? So we do need to try and chew through that if we can. Or there could be good players and Just I don't know what they're doing with it. It's just bizarre. But we are gonna have a look at what's gonna happen. So what would happen is the BNB would stay exactly the same because they're gonna sell it all, take BNB out of the liquidity pool, sorry, and then they're gonna put it all back in basically. So this will be unchanged. What will change is the circulating supply. So let's look at the price. So how many liquid drip have we got now? We have 1,897,850. So we're going to say 90% of that is going to be sold for BNB. So we'll times that by 0.9. So that's the number we're going to assume gets sold, okay? Now, because there is going to be a 10% tax on the drip, not all that drip is going to be sold. So we're going to times this by 0.9 again, because it's a 10% tax, right? So you're only going to get 90% of that drip that's sold. So 1.537 million would be the drip that we need to add to circulating supply. So this is assuming that all liquid drip is going to get sold. So what I'm going to do is add this to the current circulating supply. So this is going to be what the price would be. So we've got 1, 2, 2, 4, around that price. Oh, I've done a divide there. Let's change that. Sorry. 1537 258. Sorry, it's my weird eye just playing up. +1 224,000. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. Sorry about that, postman. At this time, can't believe it. So I've had to skip a bit of the time there. All happening. Right, where was we? Right. So we've got 2.761 million in total supply now. So that's taking the calculation we just did with the 90% drip. Oh, that's liquid with the 10% tax after that as well. And believing 10% is like dead wallets, people, stubbornly holding or wherever. So we need to put this into the drip supply and see what the price would be. So currently we're at 67, 68 cents. So 2761. What do you guys think the price will be? 258. So this is getting rid of all that liquid drip, selling it for BNB, and putting all that BNB into the reservoir. So the person that sold it all is now earning a yield as BNB. We would get a oh, I have done a wrong thing there. 2940. Sorry. So the BNB should be the same. Yeah, 30 cents would be the price of drip if all that liquid drip was gone and was put into the reservoir. So sold into the reservoir would buy half that drip back up, pair it with BNB as drops, and put it back in circulation. So circulating supply goes up quite a lot to 2.7 million, but we now have no more liquid drip and we have a runway for price appreciation. Okay. And who would not buy 30-cent drip right now? Okay. Would you take that for all that drip to be gone? That storm cloud gone. 30-cent drip, but no liquid drip anymore. Yeah? Right. So now let's move over to the pancake swap side. So we're going to assume this is not BNB anymore. We're going to change this to BUSD so that we know that's a dollar. We need to get rid of these values here. I would definitely take a hit like that if we clear the runway. Because we've got so much coming as well. So now we're going to go to pancake swap and input this. So there's currently 2542389. So that's the amount of supply in pancake swap right now. And there's 1708128. And that's how much BUSD is in there, which should give us our pancake swap price, 67 cents. So what we're going to do now is the same thing we just did with the reservoir price. We're going to sell that liquid drip, all of it, or 90% of that liquid drip, which will create a 10% tax, which will go to the tax vault, by the way. So we are feeding the tax vault at the same time here. So we're getting rid of lots of liquid drip, and we're also putting stuff in the tax vault. So, same calculation. We find 1,897,850. We're going to leave 10% in there, just because we can't get rid of all of it. Some of it might be in dead wallets. And then there's a 10% tax. So this is how much liquid drip. This is how much drip would be added to the circulating supply if we put it all in there, which we're not going to be for this because this is a different calculation, right? So because we're selling all of it and then buy an LP with it, so you could do it yourself manually, but for this exercise, we're just going to assume they sell it all, but then put it into the drip liberation for the tax-free LP pairing, which will buy back half of that drip and pair it to the BUSD. Okay? So for this, we can divide this by 2 because half that drip's going to be bought back, so we don't need half of that. Well, that's gone wrong. Done that twice. So we'll have 768,000 drip added to the total supply in the pancake swap pool. Okay? So let's do this calculation now. What do you guys think the price will be? We're going to add the 2.5 million in pancake swap right now. And we'll have 3.3 million drip in here. So that's, again, taking liquid drip, 9% of it. That's all going to be sold. So there's a 10% tax. So only 9% of the supply is taken out of that pool. But we're putting half of that pool, we're going to buy drip LP from the liberation. So half of that goes into the LP token, which takes some out of supply because it's been bought. Different to how the reservoir works, where you're putting it back in circulation. With the LP token, you're buying it, taking it out of circulation, and paying it with USD to strengthen the price. So we'll have 3.3 million in this pool. So how much do you think the price will be affected? So again, no liquidity is left because we are putting it all back in. We've sold, but every single bit of the BUSD that we've got out, we're putting it all back in. So there's no effect on the liquidity. 51 cents. Oh my goodness. We have just got rid of all of that liquid drip, or 90% of it, and we're at 51 cents. So that's like a 23% hit. and we've cleared the pathway for drip to have pumps without that cloud of drip just sat there just waiting to kill our pumps, man. This would be a good option for this person or these people in this situation with liquid drip. You're going to get a 65-70% APR currently and earn dogs, which will earn you BNB or more pigs or whatever you want to get. You're helping the protocol because some of it's gone to taxes. So the tax vault's got a nice boost of 150,000 drip. That's in the tax vault now, helping pay people claiming, so we'd have to mint more. You've also put it into the animal farm, which has created another small tax, which will go back to buybacks and taking drip into the tax vault. So the tax vault's getting a double whammy of an influx there. And we're sat at 51 cents with drip just clear of any of that cloud. I mean, or you could put it in the drip garden as well, and you get the same price because you've paid it as LP. So let's not forget garden too. But would you not rather have this, guys? This liquid drip is gone, and we're at 51 cents. I would take that any day because it's just so much easier to do a pump without having to think of the strip over our heads. 51 cents. Oh my goodness, do it. Liquid drippers, do this. 51 cents, we can take that. Especially because, then they've got an hour opportunity and the price will narrow between the dexes. It'll probably come back up to about 55, 56. Because that's just how it works. When you think of the ARB, because it'll still be 6-7 cents on the native dex, 51 cents on Pancake Swap. That's a big difference. So people are going to buy that Pancake Swap price up and bring the prices probably into like the mid 50 range. And then we're free of all that crap ton of drip just sat there. So much. Yeah. So I thought this was mega interesting. And so if you've sat through all this and you find this interesting, please give me a like and subscribe. Please give me a like and subscribe. If you leave a comment with your address, you will be eligible for a probably 2 to 5 drip airdrop. I don't know yet. I'll take all the addresses and do a randomizer, and someone will win some drip. But you need to be subscribing to be eligible for that. So I'll check if you're subscribed. And yeah, please spread this around. We need people to do this. If they're not going to put it into the faucet, these are the next best options for you guys. For those liquid drippers, earn a yield, man. You could earn on that drip. If you do anything with it, sell it into Pancake Swap, buy some LP with it. You're not going to hurt the price too much, and you're going to earn from your drip. It just makes sense to me. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's a bit long, this one, so we'll finish up here. I hope you find it interesting, and I'll see you hopefully on a video soon. Thanks.